Welcome to the seventh, right? Tell me, like, seventh episode.
I was like,
of
carry the two, like the math equations coming. Episode 7.
All right, we're gonna start this episode off with me bitching about work just because of what you just said.
What'd I just say?
I'll have people. Everything right now is contact free. Correct?
Okay,
yes. Yeah. Pandemic is happening.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I will bring out my iPad, my work iPad thing to swipe your card, give it back to you and be like, hey, I will say this. We're doing contactless receipts right now. Would you like to leave a tip with us this evening? Blah, 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 blah. And they will dead ass be like, yeah, where do I sign? And I'm like, oh, it's contact free. You just let me know and I'll punch in the number for you. They're like, so I just need a pen and the receipt, I guess. And I was like, no, I'm telling you that
contactless.
I'm putting in the tip for you. Here, I can do it in front of you. Like, if you're uncomfortable with that, I completely understand, but I will do it in front of you and close it out. And they're just like, yeah, so like, I just need a pen. Just give me a pen. And I'm like, I'll bring them a receipt and they're like, oh, I have a pen. Just need a receipt. I'm like, okay, maybe they just want the receipt. Maybe they're just stupid. I don't know. I mean, yes, they are stupid, but I'll hand them the receipt and they will sign it and try to hand it back to me. I'm like, I'm sorry, but we're doing contactless receipts. You can keep that. They're like, you don't need this to put in the tip. And I was like, just tell me. Oh my God. What did you write? $7. Thank you. I put $7. They're like, oh. And they're like, hold it out again. And I'm like, what? How are we still doing this? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the worst.
I had a lot of older people that would like when you brought the receipt initially. And I don't know if there was a time or if this happens elsewhere where like as the first time you get the receipt is when you put in the tip and everything and stuff and then do all that before the card is taken, before any transaction has actually occurred.
Oh yeah, well they'll just write it on
they'll sit there and be like, where do I write in the, I'm like, oh no, I have to take this and then I will go do that.
You have to pay for this first.
Yeah. And then I will put it in
stupid
after.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah. So, but like, so many, I don't know if it used to be a different way or something, which, I mean, not that way doesn't make sense, but like, where have you gone that in the last, like, clearly you're somebody that probably eats out a lot. Where have you gone anywhere recently that hasn't done this the same way? And in fact, I try to do that more than using those little computer things. I don't even like them as somebody who, benefits from it, I guess, but like, no, I hate shit like that. I would prefer to just do it like that, but not now, obviously. But
I made you saying that carry the 1 or carry the 2, whatever, made me think of it because people will do that. Like I'll like give them the check and they will straight up start doing that where they're like, you see them carry the 1 over the top,
or they do the math on the receipt.
Are you serious? Like, yeah, and sometimes it's still wrong.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm not sure where you were going with, or where you were going, what you were going for, rather.
Were you trying to
this
be
is
more
very
genuine?
Wrong.
Trying to be more genuine.
Were you trying to give me 20?
Yeah, like
were you trying to, or
well, see,
also,
if I do the math here, this actually is more like $30 tip. Yeah, that sounds right?
Like you're a grown ass adult and you need to write out your math for like it'll be like on a $15 check.
And they're the ones that'll call you dumb for dumb reasons.
Dude, don't even get me started. That's a completely different rabbit hole. But that, in reference to what you were saying, I was triggered. So,
I'm sorry.
But So, what's episode 7? 7 is 7, right?
7.
I really hope it's 7. Okay, it's going to be really bad if it's not 7.
Man. Even if you say it wrong, I'll go through and correct it. It's cool. I'll probably edit. I'll probably edit a little like over.
In fact, now you're gonna go and make it the wrong number.
Exactly.
You'd be like, it just every time I talk, you're like 22, and I'm like, they're like, wow, Chris sounds stupid.
That sounds exactly like him. Although, haven't people said that? People say that we sound exactly the same.
Dude, especially in the earlier videos, they were like, I can't tell which one of you is which. And I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Which, I mean, you don't see our faces. Voice. So I guess part of me I can kind of understand. But even then, No,
I disagree 100%. Though, in the Dark Souls series, it was when we didn't know what we were doing microphone-wise. Mm-hmm. So maybe then. Because it was just like kind of airy sounding and inconsistent. And the volumes were kind of...
different microphones entirely. Versus
and I don't even think I panned them at all. No. So there was really no like depth to the mix. Overall, it was just a bad mix. So maybe but even then, man,
that's the real reason. That's the real reason we're even doing the video podcast now. It's just to solidify that we are individual. We are different people.
We are indivisible.
Hey, we're indivisible. Yeah.
We are invincible.
Yeah. You can't hurt me. I'm indivisible.
Tim, shut the fuck up.
So what you been up to, man?
I have been building. Just this is the only part of the house I actually finished. The other half that's facing this way is not there.
It's just a straight warehouse.
Yeah,
just a skeleton.
Yeah, right. This is actually a wall. I just knock it over.
Yeah, just cardboard.
Oh yeah, no. I got a new monitor for my PC that I've been building. I guess I'm still technically building and adding things. And I had to learn how to do arms, which I got my my extra monitor in today, my secondary monitor. I've been using the same one for 3 years. Found out that it's dog shit, really. I mean, it's got really bad latency. It's got really bad colors, really bad everything. I mean, it works. Mm-hmm. But for gaming, I would rather have a nicer thing. So I found a nice one, kind of, for cheaps or rather affordable price.
Yeah.
And it wasn't supposed to be delivered till Saturday. And then I got the notifications it's here. And I was like, I just ran out. It was fucking raining and they left it in the rain. Luckily, I got the notification within less than 2 minutes. Yeah. So it wasn't even really wet, but I was kind of pissed, honestly. Because when you deliver things in the rain, aren't you supposed to
do
put at least a trash bag around it or something? Do something. It was on the ground. I have a table out front for when food's delivered, and they didn't even put it on the fucking table. They left it on the ground or under the table. Under the table would have made sense too, because I don't have a little shingled roof thing on the top. But shingled roof. Sorry, I'm getting nervous. I'm feeling shifty. But So I got that, and then yesterday I got in the arms to mount them. And dude, I did not read the instructions at all at the beginning. First thing on the instructions prior to me doing this is, with a separate person, have them hold the arm together before you cut the zip tie. Mm-hmm. Because I just about got Judy punched in the fucking face. The arm, it's like a normal arm. So it's closed like this, and the zip tie closes around it. And when I cut the zip tie, it was it punched straight up.
Just
almost killed me.
The slow motion grazes the beard hairs
twang. Oh my god!
Just wiggles your nose a little bit.
Of course, after knowing this, I still didn't go get another person because fuck that. I just kind of snip, and then the other one launched because I have two. Oh man, it was funny. Dude, it was intense the first time. I was shook. But yeah, I got all that set up. It's a crazy complicated process to pull your desk out, unplug everything, and move everything around, reroute your wires, reroute your cables.
I definitely need.
It was a lot.
It
feels good though.
My setup is very it works. It's fine for me, but it gets messy very easily. More temporary, so I'm I don't need to worry about cable management. I'm going to be rearranging it soon anyway. It's been it's been a very long time now, and I haven't really done it. But I mean, it's manageable. There's just a lot of wires, like my headphones.
Not manageable. You're wrong.
I need a headphone extension and that kind of shit.
Oh, honey.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mess.
I actually have a mess of all of those things.
Yeah,
my mess is all of the adapters that I probably will need eventually. Yeah. They're just everywhere, and I'm good.
Yeah, I need to. I feel like it's kind of almost a psychological thing at this point that it's I need to clean this up, and I feel I will feel more productive and be more productive if everything's just kind of. I'd take a picture, but I'm embarrassed.
No, yeah, you for sure need to clean stuff up. It'll help everything. Send me a picture. I mean, my little laptop right now that I'm recording this on is on a fucking floor tom.
My floor tom drum. Well, that's just a rack tom.
Oh, sorry. It's just a rack tom. I have this on my desk on a fucking drum.
Plebe.
So,
you ignoramus.
You ignorant slime.
Oh,
You worm!
What a wonderful word, ignoramus.
It's okay.
Yeah, I haven't really been.
6 out of 10.
Haven't really been doing a ton lately. I've been getting really into Final Fantasy 14 actually.
Hell yeah.
They did that free trial shit where
bitch, buy the fucking game.
I don't have money right now, okay?
PayPal credit. You'll die in 6 months. It'll be fine.
Fair enough.
You'll get the notification in 6 months. It'll be like, hey dog,
if you could just
you didn't pay for it. We just slapped you with that interest, and it'll be like another $15 because all you spent was $60, and you'll be like,
that just sounds
that's what's gonna happen.
That just sounds like a back of my mind kind of stress that I don't need right now.
Anyway, no, it won't be anywhere in your mind until 6 months from now.
The reason, yeah, true. The reason I'm even doing the free trial now is because I mean they've always had a free trial, but you could only go up to like I think it was like level 35 or something. I don't remember what max level is. It might be 60. I could be wrong. However,
you'll never know.
They basically extended the free trial and or expanded it rather, and you can go all the way up to level 60, and you have a lot more you actually go through like the whole core, like the base game and the next expansion after that. So you have cool. You can do kind of like a shit ton of stuff. You can really get a feel for what the game is. So that's why I haven't really bothered this time. I think I've seen it on sale for like 30, but I don't think that's like everything. But I'm sure I think they're about to come out with another expansion soon or something. So I'm sure everything will drop in price prior to that, but that'll probably still be full price. But I figured I'd test the waters a little bit. I'm just kind of getting used to it, but it's been fun.
Yeah, dip your toes, man.
I haven't been playing WoW as much. I kind of drop off of that, which is probably the worst time because the new expansion's literally coming out next month. So I should probably
take a break now and then come back.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, because a lot of the things so there's this expansion is kind of a big deal because they're doing like a reset of the level squish. Basically,
okay.
When they first started, it was up to level 60, and like every expansion, they've kind of like raised the level cap, and now it's at one. Yeah, see
my heart rate.
Oh, yeah, now it's at 120, which this boy Timbo.
I can't hear you, but he said you're like a shrimp dick.
I am so jealous of your shirt.
He says he's jealous of your shrimp dick.
Okay, bye.
He said bye.
He just
fuck that guy, dude.
This fucking guy stole my name and everything. Fucking dweeb.
Yeah, what a weebulous.
Ignoramus. Yeah, I see the little dog.
Was she wiggling somewhere?
She was walking around with a toy. It was adorable. Naturally. But yeah, anyway, you can go all the way up to level 120 now, which is exhausting. Like you can power through those levels now, but it's just kind of like excessive. So they're basically bringing everything back down to 60. They're just squishing everything back down to 60 for the new expansion.
Cool.
Which I think will be beneficial, but it seems pretty fun. A lot of people hated this last expansion. But I've only just dipped my toes into any of the like remote end game stuff. So, and I'm still even that, not so much. So I'm not really any sort of authority or a person to say much about it, but I've enjoyed it. I really love Warcraft, and I'm definitely excited to get back into it. But Final Fantasy 14 is fun as well.
I'm scared to get into it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because then I'll just
maybe that's that. Yeah, I guess you should get into it. You should at least like test.
No, because then you'll leave me alone.
I won't.
You just left. You just told me you
because
left.
Where are you? You never started, son of a bitch.
Well, if I had,
I wouldn't have.
You'd have left.
No, that would have given me even more reason to continue.
And in the world of Warcraft, I would be alone.
I've been asking you to play for literally like years, but recently, the last like 6 months, I've been like, hey, play Warcraft with me, and you're like, yeah, I'll get it eventually. And where are we?
I told you. You know what you did? You did exactly what I told you you'd do, and I was right. I was right. You were like, hey, bro, me, John, Lane, and a couple other dudes are all playing Warzone. You need to play. It's free. I was like, I don't know, man. Whenever I play COD, I just like get sucked into it, and then I don't stop playing it. And you were like, nah, man. And I was like, nah, I don't really feel like it. I don't really want to play COD. And then I downloaded it, and now I haven't stopped. And I even said, I'm going to start playing this and you're going to leave. And here we are. And you left.
That was
Don't look at me like that,
that
you
was,
little mother.
That and RuneScape are literally the two games that has ever happened. And every time I bring up a video game to you and I'm like, hey, play this with me, you literally do not. You literally never do.
Because you'll leave.
I have done that twice. And RuneScape was a different story entirely. We were like little. And you still, that's not the same. Call of Duty, I literally told you at the beginning when I told you about Call of Duty, I was like, listen, I still don't like Call of Duty.
Upset.
I am upset.
He's so mad.
Oh my God. I was like, I don't like Call of Duty. And I'm playing this just because they did the same thing to me. So that's not my fucking fault.
You're like, they bullied me. Come play with me.
Yeah. And now I'm trying to get you to play a game that I will absolutely not abandon you because you knew from the beginning that I wasn't into Call of Duty. Don't try to pull that shit.
I will play. I also want to play Spellbreak.
Yeah, well, there's another game you won't play with me. I think I peeked it.
I'm about to slap the shit out of you.
Do it.
Just. Oh shit! I missed the camera.
Oof.
Yeah. Take that, bitch. No, I do want to play. I do really want to play.
Yeah.
I just keep forgetting. I mean, I just haven't been on except for when I'm playing with the guys. So, like, I'm setting up today. I can download it tonight, maybe tonight. I want to play. It looks fun. It looks hard though. I think I'll be the Frost. I've been watching videos about it.
Dude, I literally played Spellbreak.
Frost and Earth look like what I would do.
Yeah, I started like right after the official release. I know people have been playing like the beta and stuff for months now, but I got into it and like it wasn't like it was definitely a little difficult, but it wasn't like impossible. Then I started like winning games and I was like, okay, yeah, this is
You played
fun.
on console, right?
Yeah, I started on my Switch and then I played it on PS4. It's a lot smoother, obviously. And I'm sure it
might be a game that I actually try the DualShock controller on the PC for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I've heard that the PC controls are kind of not like bad, just kind of like a lot to manage.
Interesting.
Because like, whenever you use a joystick with your left thumb to move in most games, that's going to be 3 fingers on PC.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're kind of, it's more complicated than just moving your thumbs around.
Fair.
So I don't know. I'll look at it. But
I mean, if it's anything like playing WoW, is like I only move with the 3 keys, and then any like turning or anything, I pretty much just do. Excuse me, with the mouse. Like I'm moving the camera with the mouse and then doing that. But
yeah.
But yeah, no. But then I stopped playing.
There's a lot of like left moving though. It's not like you're running straight. You're like jumping and strafing around.
Strafing is
that what that's called?
Yeah. But even then, yeah. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a balance. I feel like it'd be something similar.
I'll have to learn. It'll be fun.
But yeah, so I stopped playing Spellbreak for a couple of days, and I was just playing actually right before this podcast, and like I got back on and just got annihilated constantly.
And everyone's sweaty.
Everyone's
just sweaty lobby.
Yeah, everyone's just like all over that shit. People,
it's blowing up, man.
The 2 days I stopped, everyone got better. Everyone. So
like I heard the 10 kill game is like a big game. Like you did some damage with a 10 kill game.
Yeah.
I
think the highest I got was like 5 or 6.
Damn.
In a game, which felt good. The fact that I was even able to do that, I can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Frost looks really fun.
Yeah,
it's like the sniping, as you said. Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
You're so cute when you coof.
Cute.
I mean, it looks kind of like Zelda Breath of the Wild with like the bow and arrow, just like jumping. It's not slow motion, but kind of like lag. In the air.
There is like specifically with that one. I think you get a little bit of hang time when you shoot.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I think you're probably more of a target though during that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
right?
you can even like watch
do the damage.
You see somebody jump and you like look up and they're just like slowly like moving across. You're like, oh shit. Or you try to throw shit at them, which I always do and miss.
Hey, motherfucker.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah. I was watching this streamer play, and he was just spamming them with that frost move.
Yeah.
And they like jumped over a hill, and he's like playing for it, and he like kicked the earth and did like a earth thing over the hill, and just like without even being able to see them, just kind of expected them to be on the ground here, and just just clocked them. And I was like, damn, that looks fun.
That's one of the best part about Earth is that you can time it. If you see them, if you think that they're going to be walking this way on the ground, then you can hit it, and it connects very often.
Just annihilates them.
Yeah, and it feels great. Yeah, no, I love it.
Hell yeah.
I want to get back into it.
I think I'll really enjoy it.
I haven't had a whole lot of time to play a lot of games, and what I have been playing was Final Fantasy for the last couple of days, so I'll probably get back into it. It's funny because it's so much more difficult to play on my Switch, but I seem to do better when I play on my Switch, which is weird because it's crossplay.
Are you like?
It's crossplay, and they ask you at the beginning if you want to enable crossplay or if you just want to play with like that console lobby. But like every time I play on my PlayStation, it seems like I'm playing with people who are also playing on PlayStation, even though I enabled the crossplay. So like I don't think it's like that every time, and I've still been able to like.
It may default that.
It's
or
possible.
Not default, but it might like majority match you if it can.
So I don't know if playing on my Switch,
goes,
if I'm playing with other people who are playing on a Switch, and so it's like we're a little more evenly balanced versus being on like a different console where it's smoother. But also just being able to play like portably is fun. So I mean that's the whole thing about the
beauty
Switch.
Of the Switch.
Yeah, that's the whole point. So
I mean I like plugging my Switch up to the TV, but I do like the ability to just like kind of walk away from the TV and just pick it up.
Yeah,
that's
I've mostly been playing portable. It's weird. I feel like I've said that a few times. I didn't really intend to when I got it. I wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna play portable. I mean, I almost got a light instead just because it was significantly cheaper. Which I'm happy I did. It
wasn't that much cheaper.
I mean, $100. That's significant.
I buy most of my stuff used. I almost never buy anything new, and there was almost no difference in price used.
Yeah,
I think I got mine for cheap, but still, like, how much is a light? Like 200?
200, yeah.
And then the regular is $299. Okay, well, used, I was looking around like 150, 200 for the regular one, and then used for a light's like 120, 150, and I'm like, well, I mean, for less than $50.
True. Yeah. Again, I don't regret it. I mean, I like that I can do both, but I've just found myself not connected to my TV as much every time.
Sorry about that technical difficulties. I don't know if you saw it, but every time. One day we'll have better equipment that won't crash when we record. It'll be great.
One day.
This was happening at the tail end of the actual DudeQuests recording, and it was killing us.
Yeah.
Just
we
you
got
record
on top of
30
it,
minutes.
Still.
Kinda. All we could really do was like clean up the hard drive and restart our computers and hope that
did it.
Yeah.
There was always the fear though.
Yeah, it was. That's what I want. I want to be free of the fear. I think there will always be a chance for technology to fail, but like I want it to be such a small percentage of the time that I'm not even worried. I'm like, oh, that happened.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Because I feel like even if it's not really playing into it too much, it's like there's always that thought in the back of your mind that's like, what trying to plan ahead or trying to like figure out a way to go about it or something. But
also when we were playing actual DudeQuests, we're like sitting on a couch facing a TV rather than facing this computer, which is running the program. Yeah. So like, we record for an hour and we look over and the computer's like, I crashed.
Help.
Help. And we're like, fuck. And it's like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh my God. Like that is just, especially with like, like chronologically, that's difficult to kind of come back from if you're recording.
If you're playing a game and now you're 40 minutes into the game and you're at a place, it's like, well, guess we either start over.
Viking Squad. Yeah. We had to actually start over Viking Squad, and then we also had to go back and like redo a level or two in BioShock. I think I like hadn't saved, and I was like, cool. I went back, and it just like kept happening. We get like halfway through the level, and it was like crash. I'm like, fuck.
It's like in the same place every time.
Yeah, I was so sick of that one motherfucker that like. I forget
he
what
like
they're
teleported
called now.
The
that guy. He was like mocking the shit out of me.
Yeah.
I shot him with a bazooka in one, and I think we lost it. And I was like, no!
The easiest.
I zooked him.
Azuka, no.
I rupaged him in the face.
Alas. Sorry, I haven't been on Call of Duty like at all lately.
It's okay.
I've still been trying.
I do miss our lobbies because it's so much easier when you play. No offense. You have a .42 KD, which is amazing because I have a 1, which isn't great, but significantly more than a .42. Yeah. So Me and Lane keep getting put in these sweaty ass lobbies. We get killed right when we land. Whenever I play with you, I'm like, damn, these boys just sit still. Like these boys literally look at me. Like they'll come around the corner like creeping and just like see you first, and you're like, oh shit, and he's like. And then you just shoot him, and he dies, and it's amazing.
I didn't think I'd get this far.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's how he feels. They're just hiding in buildings. You like look, you pop a UAV, see everyone's at. You just see a bunch of trios hiding in buildings because they're afraid. They're afraid to come out into the real world where I'm gonna cream them.
Same,
like cream corn.
That's why with Spellbreak, I've tried to just like go ahead and adopt the whole being more aggressive.
Just full send it, man.
Yeah, I'd rather just if I'm starting a new game with something like that, I'd rather just go ahead and get in the habit of dying a lot and get that out of the way and try to get better.
You got to learn.
Way, yeah. Because if you don't engage anybody, then you never get better.
Yep. I was always that guy in COD when I was sniping. Everyone's on the front line and I'm back there. They're like, Chris, where you at? I need a revive. And I'm like half a mile away. Yeah.
I tried to restart my computer, but I don't know if
I restarted mine today. Yeah. So sorry. I guess, I don't know if they can even tell we have technical difficulties. But
yeah, I feel like once you start using your PC, it'll be a lot less.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm using a 2012 MacBook Pro with like the oldest version of Logic Pro there is. Yeah. Like I look up guides on how to do things on Logic, and it looks different. They have different utilities than I do. Et cetera, et cetera. And
it's amazing how when I look things up, especially if I'm looking things up in like Premiere or After Effects or something, how much of the old shit there is. Like, where people like those are the most prominent ones. It's like I guess I get the logic that people have been searching that a lot longer, so it's going to be more like prominent in the search bar. But it's also like this is the opposite of what I need right now.
You know what makes me mad?
Not helpful at all.
Sorry, random thing that makes me mad. It's not really random, but like, as you say, you look up whatever you need help with, and you'll put like 2020 on it. And then like the number one video is like, it has the thumbnail too. It'll be like, how to do this, whatever, 2020. And you're like, oh, there it is. There's the guide I need. And you click on it. It's from like 2018. They just changed the thumbnail to be relevant. They changed their tags. And you look like, oh my God, dude. And it's so infuriating. They're like, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. There's an extent that you can get away with that because like processes, like fundamental processes don't change as much, at least not within a couple of years. But
bro, just take a few minutes and make a new video. Yeah. If you already have the number one.
You know this didn't take you that long.
Yeah, like if you're already the number one watched video, I assume it'll probably push you. I don't know how YouTube's algorithm works, hence why we're not blowing up right now, because we're the best, man.
Because clearly we have the best content.
Just the best content. We never have computers crash.
Now we're just a podcast channel now. That's it.
Don't say that.
That's all we do.
Oh, speaking of that, tell them about this other podcast channel you're working on right now.
I mean, it's still very much in development.
Shut the
I don't
fuck
really,
up.
There's not even. We literally don't even have a name anymore because we had a name.
Why don't you just call it that other podcast you were talking about?
Maybe, yeah. Huh? Just another podcast. No, it's just a couple other friends and I are starting one. We talked about doing it back like in 2018. I think we tried to do it and just couldn't get schedules lined up and stuff. But it's basically just talking about music, albums. Just because we like music and albums, albums of music.
I like that idea.
No, but it's
the blues.
It's
and
funny
brews.
because I'm not really. I feel like I'm more just like a moderator of some sort. Especially with like us doing this, is like having any sort of experience doing like a podcast with any sort of regularity. I say as we've only really started doing this again, but I feel like they have the more like interesting discourse while I'm just kind of like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of both devil's advocates, I think.
That and like you have like one guy's like
Timbo.
I'm in a band. What?
Timbo froze.
Did I freeze? Oh, it's
Timbo froze bad. I don't want to see this. Hey man, you like straight up froze for me, so
damn.
I didn't stop my audio though. So you like froze like As I was saying, though, I was saying with the two having more discourse than you, they're kind of both devil's advocates, like in a sense. Like they both kind of they're almost fight
yes
to
and
fight
no.
sometimes.
Well, it's interesting. Sometimes they definitely, but they're very good at backing up their positions, and they actually, I feel like they genuinely are good at like engaging with, like they research these things, or not even research as much as like they can have an intelligent conversation. So I think it's a lot more interesting. We have one that's like has a lot of like really strong opinions, but like can really back it up with like genuine like critical thinking about things. And I mean, both of them, and I guess myself, but the other one has a lot more like technical knowledge. So like actual like sound engineering and like appreciation for how like things are recorded. Like we were talking about like pop albums from the 80s and how like genius some of the studio work is that just, you know,
goes unnoticed.
Changed the game. Yeah, stuff like that. And then there's me that just kind of, I feel like I'm just kind of there sometimes. I mean, I have things to say, but I feel like I'm not as intelligent or eloquent in that regard.
You're always
but I'm
a really
also
good second opinion. I've always thought that
Yeah.
way about you. If there's two guys with strong opinions, they look at you and you can be like, "This is how I feel," and they're both like, "That's fair." Yes.
Okay.
And then if you leaned one way, usually it goes that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm also the one like doing things like recording the video or like doing the setup of that kind of stuff. So I guess that's where my value comes in.
you got a lot of value, baby.
Hopefully.
You're like at
thanks.
least a 12-piece nugget meal. At least, dude.
Not even the 40 spicy nugget.
You'll get
that they
there
just
one day,
started?
bro. You'll get there. I promise. You're already working it up. You a 13-piece nugget meal just now.
Oh,
Just now.
I've earned another
Saw a
nugget.
little nugget
Hell
pop
yeah.
up over your head in your aura.
Beautiful.
You got that nugget aura.
Just like
I'm like,
little chicken nuggets.
it's a little, this alarming to see, but I support it. Jesus, man.
Jesus. the chicken nugget king.
Chicken Nugget King. Speaking of, sorry, the way my mind connects things, Nugget King made me think of our friend Kevin, which made me think of our friend Shane. Shane texted me today, and he said he's been watching the channel, which is weird.
nice.
So Shane
That is
is
kinda weird.
an old boss of ours. With our first job ever, we both had the same first job. We worked at Journeys at a mall. It was awful. Pretty decent
It
at
was
it.
great though.
No, it was
great.
like it was a horrible job, but we had like incredible coworkers. One of them being Shane,
Yeah.
who was the guy who hired us, and he's like your straight edge, slick back hair, traditional tattoos, gauges, stand up dude, stand up guy.
Yeah.
Always smells like Barbasol.
A very, very steadfast man.
Yeah, very, very strong-willed individual. Very respectful to guy, and he's the reason I'm not afraid of bloody knuckles anymore. he's kind of
I'm
a
a little
bully.
afraid of staplers now though.
He's kind of a bully, but he conditions you. He reforges you into someone that is a little less scared of things in general.
It's tough love.
Yeah.
It's tough love.
Sweet dude. But yeah, he messaged me rather, and said that he had been watching some of our podcast episodes and a lot of our gaming episodes, and that he really enjoyed the show, which is really weird to me.
Sweet.
Think about
Yeah.
him doing that, but it was just, I don't know, it's weird. It's cool when people reach out.
Well, it's weird when when people in our real lives this
collide.
feels like such a separate entity.
Yeah.
And that's like there's a guy that I worked with that like at
Moises?
my last job. Yeah.
I don't even know what this guy looks like.
Yeah.
I've heard so much about him.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. But yeah, no, he messaged me when we put out the first, or I think it was episode 4 when we first started doing this again. He's like, "Yeah, I'm checking it out." And then even when we started, he's like, "Yeah, we talked to me at work," and I'm like,
You sweet
It's so
bastard.
nice.
I love you.
"Yeah, yeah, he's great."
And those of you who
But-
have been here since the beginning, man, thank you so much. And
Yeah.
thank you to
We-
those who
we-
are new. We stoked to have you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Definitely.
especially Tim. He's cheesing for you right now. Look at him.
Yeah.
That's some sharp cheddar right there.
that is the sharp ass cheese.
Yeah, save your ass cheese for the people who put the dislike. Give these your sharp cheddar.
You get the ass cheese.
You get ass
unless
cheese.
you're into that sort of thing.
And then you don't get the ass cheese.
cheese.
You don't deserve the ass cheese.
I am withholding the ass cheese from you. Yeah.
So if you haven't left
I'm
already
excited
after that entire what we just said, thank you. for
Yeah.
being here.
That might have to. No, I was going to say that might have to be the title of the episode, but no.
Withholding the ass cheese.
I withhold the ass cheese. So, random, but did you see the most recent like PS5 showcase thing?
No,
I think that was like yesterday.
I have not seen anything about it.
Is it cool? I mean, I was already stoked. But
did they release a price? Is there a price?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Lay it on me.
500. It's 500
for the disc or the non-disc.
That's with the disc. Yes, the non-disc is only 400.
What? That is.
But
are there more than one difference?
That's a hard choice.
Is there more than that?
Huh?
Is there more than just a disc tray difference? Like, is there like an actual?
I'm pretty sure that's. I think that's it. But I mean that's the difference is the fact that you have all of your games digital, or
yeah, but
you can have both digital and.
But like,
yeah, I mean, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I just like. I can go into the store and find a new game for like $40 instead of $60 because it's used. You know? I mean, I guess you can find it on sale sometimes, but like at the same time, it's just, I like physical things. I kind of collect things.
Same. Yeah, no, and that's why.
Is there a bigger hard drive maybe? Or is that legitimately just the only difference?
I haven't looked at that much of the details of it.
Okay.
I would think that, I would almost think that the digital only would have a bigger hard drive.
That's what I mean.
Because you're downloading more of the game, of the data. Like you have to, like I feel like you copy the data off of the physical disc. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. Besides that, it's 400, 500, which is reasonable.
That's totally fair for a new console.
That's better than what I was scared was gonna be $600-700.
Yeah, I heard someone say like $799. I was like, I won't buy it. Like, I mean, I want it really bad, but you could build a new computer for that. You could build so much with that. They
essentially did an entire there was hardly any like talking. It literally was just a bunch of gameplay of games. Cool. Like games that
Demon Souls
was one of them. They actually showed like a whole like level kind of like of a player like going through a level. And it was funny because they like went through the level like just like acing everything. Like every enemy, they knew exactly what the position was and everything. And then they get to the boss and get one shot. And I'm like, that is the most like they knew that's exactly what the Souls game is. Yeah, because you know that this is their like 20th time going through this level
to get this shot,
and they're still just to get pounded by the boss.
He just threw his. He's like, fuck it, that's the take. That's the take. Give it to him. Put it on the fucking commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah. No, but they just showed a bunch of new games. One of them being something that I didn't know I wanted, but
it's a Stream Daddy too.
It's a new Harry Potter game, or rather, it's like a Hogwarts game. Where like I don't know how much it's going to be some sort of like open world kind of like explore the school, which I don't know why it's taken them so long to do this. Granted, there have been Harry Potter games for years.
Some of those were fun too.
Yeah, true. But this looks like there's no Harry Potter involved at all. It's called like Hogwarts Legacy or something. And the visuals and everything look fucking awesome.
That's a hell yeah. That's a hell yeah.
So I'm actually kind of really stoked for that. I think that's coming like next year. Oh God, what else? There was something else I was really stoked on. Oh, Final Fantasy 16.
Yes.
Was the first they opened with Final Fantasy 16. I'm like, fuck. Which
you bastards.
I mean, I say that like I need to finish or just get through more of most of those games. The only one I've ever finished,
it's still nice to have,
was 10.
Yeah.
I have 15.
That's the one where you like zip around and shit. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, where you have a car.
I think I have yours now. I
wonder. I think I was looking for that because I was thinking of playing it again.
I think I have it. I think I gave you Monster Hunter or something, and you gave me that or something weird. I don't know.
No, I don't have Monster Hunter. I bought Monster Hunter like digitally.
I truly don't know anymore. I look at my games and I'm like, those aren't mine. They're probably Tim's.
These aren't mine. You still have my GameCube. I literally tried to get that last time I went there. And
what?
Yeah, I should have gotten. I wanted to get the Wii U from you. That's right. That's what I meant to ask for last time.
I'll give it to you. I'm just gonna make like a care package for you. It's gonna have a bunch of fun shit in there. Maybe a Smirnoff Ice. Just like all the.
It'll be worth it.
Just 74 Smirnoff Ice. I'm like, I gave you the wrong care package, but
you somehow like shaped the bag into like looking like the console or something.
Oh yeah,
and I'm just like, absolutely. Oh yeah.
You know me.
It's only
rascal.
Smirnoff Ice. Somehow
I'm
you get
a
like
rascal.
a glass.
A glass
you
apparatus.
rapscallion.
That's
Yeah,
kinda
some
harsh,
sort of
dude.
like perfect glass Wii U shaped glass container. Just like dump a bunch of mixed flavors of Smirnoff Ice. Yeah, I would
suicide
die.
ice, dude. Packing up that console is kind of a pain in the ass. It's like the most awkwardly shaped. It has all these little extra dongles and cables that hang out. God, like new consoles are so nice. I really wish I had a PS4 Slim. Sorry. Let's segue back to you were mentioning the PS5 disc tray. Do you know if it's backwards compatible with PS4 games, like physical PS4 games?
I think they're doing the whole like. I think they're putting a bunch of the PlayStation 4 exclusives like.
Just bringing them over.
I think if you have a Plus subscription, I think you can like play all of them, like at least all of the bigger exclusives.
That's interesting.
But I don't know about backwards compatibility. Admittedly, I didn't. I was actually watching videos of like a reaction kind of videos to these things of like people that actually like go through and like discuss all the different things about these events. But so I didn't actually watch the thing itself.
Well, I need you to be better because I need you to give me this information.
But I think
the viewers need you to be better.
I don't think there's a big thing with backwards compatibility. At least not PlayStation. I think Xbox was more leaning towards.
I swear that was a big selling point way back in the day. I feel like it always is whenever a new console's announced.
Yeah, well, it's always something that people want. Yeah, well, it's always something people want, but I do too to an extent, but like part of me also understands why they wouldn't do it, because wasn't that like the death of the Wii U was the fact that they ported so many old Nintendo games that like any new games and shit like weren't
the death of it was
produced,
how
or at least
cheap
were
it was.
overshadowed.
Like, I mean, if no one's playing Dark Souls 1 remastered in 2021 on PS4, that doesn't mean they're gonna play it on PS5 with the PS4. Like, it's not gonna become more popular just because it's available on the new system. I guess, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
anyone with a PS5 is going to have had a PS4. The vast majority of them will.
True.
So I just, it was what killed the Wii U was like, hey, you know that game that you haven't had a system for since the 64? It's back and it's $3. Like that killed it. So
did you see the Mario thing?
Yeah, it's
where we can
we
get Sunshine Galaxy and 64 in one game.
Let's go. This channel, we need the PS5 for this channel. It's gonna happen. Like,
yeah,
I thought that I'm probably gonna buy it. I don't think I'd have any regrets buying it.
Yeah, no, I think I will eventually. I just don't know if it'll be like on release unless somehow between now and then I miraculously get a high paying job.
Get a job. Oh my god!
Suddenly have money.
My sushi alarm.
Hello. Oh no!
I must order sushi.
Oh,
I'm listening. But yeah.
Yeah, but unless I miraculously fall into a nice wad of money, I don't think I'm getting that. I'm trying to also make myself be more content with the things that I have currently. Like, I always want to, keep up with these things, but it is hard. It is hard, especially when I have so much that I haven't like finished that I enjoyed, and there's no reason that I shouldn't. And also, like, I feel like half of like, what am I trying to say? I'm losing my train of thought. Like, most of the games on my PlayStation right now, or at least all the ones that are like prominently displayed, are all like either free games or like free trials or things like that. Like,
you can't
which
hoard
is weird.
the free trials, bro. Can't be doing that.
No, I mean it's only one free trial. The rest of them were like free games. So it's like Final Fantasy, Spellbreak, Warzone. I tried that game.
You can fit things on there besides Warzone.
Huh?
You can fit things on your system besides Warzone.
That's what I wonder. I think it was like they needed that much space to like install it, but I don't think it actually occupied that much space.
Yeah, it's
still
more.
taking up a shit ton of space, but like it needs more to like do that. And then I don't know.
The problem is if you only have like 40 gigs available and the update's only 20 gigs, they're like, you need 80 gigs of space. And I'm like, it's a 20 gig update. They're like, you need 80.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck you.
Just don't question it. Yeah.
So yeah.
And I also don't have a memory card on my Switch right now, so like I'm kind of surprised that I've been able to have as much.
You don't
on
have
there
a
as I
SSD
do
or whatever you call them, micro
An
SD
SD card?
like whatever it takes. What?
Not currently. I had one that I
one
was
for
using
cheap.
for something
It's
a
like
long time ago, and I have no
$15.
idea where. Yeah, no, I haven't been like dude, anything like that. Like I have not been spending money. I cannot right now.
I cannot with you right now. I'll buy you an SD card.
Good.
It's already in the mail.
No,
I already did it.
I literally don't need one right now.
He's gonna be.
I will in the
next
future. But I don't
podcast
need it
episode
right
8. Tim's like, yeah, I really need an SD card. I just can't fit all this shit on my Switch.
Yeah,
man. Spellbreak just had this new update, and it's fucking massive right now.
Well, it's weird too because like the Animal Crossing updates have been like unable to update because I didn't have enough space and I haven't really been playing it, so I didn't really. But today I like did like a system update of the Switch and it like downloaded all the Animal Crossing stuff, so like it's up to date. I'm like, where did that space come from? I don't. So I don't know. So now I can do that, but I just haven't. I haven't been playing Animal Crossing. I've been considering it.
Yeah, the girlfriend's been playing it hard lately. She's like,
I'm doing too much. I'm playing too many other games right now, and I need to focus on things like.
Man, I love that game. It's just really monotonous, and like you have to dedicate hours and hours and hours to like very mundane little things, which sometimes is all you need. Sometimes it's the best thing ever, but right now, it's not for me. So I think we talked about that last podcast.
We did, yeah.
But Animal Crossing, great game, love it. I wish we had played more on the channel. That was like right when we stopped being able to get together. That was such a good run of episodes. Yeah, we're really excited to get back to it. Start playing some new games. We're gonna play some old games, some new games. I really want to play some old stuff. I watched this girl on YouTube lately playing Ocarina.
I feel like we should play Mario 64.
Mario 64, I have never beaten. I would have to get the guide for it. I don't even know what comes first or second. Or
I never even really had it, at least not for a long time. Like that was the game that everyone had on 64. That was like the game. And I was playing Zelda most of the time. I had a 64 or things like that, or like Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon Snap. Those were the go-tos for me. GoldenEye. My brother wanted to play 007 GoldenEye. That was like the only game he ever wanted to play. Like he's been into shooters since the 64 days, so that's why Call of Duty is kind of his thing. But I never really played it. I mean, I did, but not enough to say I was like super into it.
That game kind of freaked me out.
I feel like we have to play it.
Like as
that one did
64, yeah. It kind of like I don't know. There's just like certain levels where like they're really unnerving, and like the music, like the water levels where like you have to swim and not drown. And like find bubbles. Yeah. It's just really stressful, and like I don't know, something about it was just so like haunting. I loved the game, but I don't know. Like if I was alone playing Mario 64, I wasn't okay.
One of the first things I ever saw with Zelda, or at least specifically with Majora's Mask, was like one of the freakiest fucking parts of the whole game. That even when I played it was terrifying. I like made my siblings do a part for me because it was like the zombie dude.
Yeah.
I guess you haven't played it. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, though. I've seen it
at all. Yeah. Oh my God.
I think you showed me just to tell me what you're talking about.
Yeah. So. It's still kind of terrifying, but like, God, that freaked me out as a kid. And we got like the Majora's Mask, like when they still had guides.
Yeah.
We got like the guide for it, the big ass, like thick guide. And they prominently displayed a picture of that zombie dude in that section for the walkthrough. And I couldn't even I had to skip through that, or I had to get somebody. Oh, it was awful.
That's how the Shadow Temple was for me in Ocarina.
Yeah, honestly,
I was
that still kind of freaks me out.
It's because it's jump scares,
even though it's basically Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's just jump scares, and it just bothers me.
That whole temple is very much like a Dark Souls-esque thing.
I loved it. It's so good.
I'm pretty sure there's a Dark Souls boss that's very ssimilar to Bongo Bongo.
I don't talk about Bongo Bongo. Bongo Bongo is a scary bongo playing flower head. Yeah, Bongo Bongo's up there, bro. What's the title of this episode? Bongo Bongo.
What a not scary name for such a terrifying level or temple and yeah, no, I really want to replay those. I think that's why I want the Wii U, so I can play Majora's Mask again.
Let's get Master Quest, so that neither of us know what is Master Quest. Is there a Majora's Mask?
Master Quest.
No, okay,
not that I'm aware of.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just Ocarina.
I'm mad they never actually like remastered Majora's for like a different console.
Yeah, I mean they did for 3DS.
Well, sorry, like I mean like a TV level
bigger console. Yeah.
Even the Wii would be cool.
I'm surprised they didn't, like, yes, it was for 3DS, but I'm surprised they didn't also, because they did that for Ocarina too.
The Switch.
In fact, the Ocarina 3DS, I'm pretty sure had Master Quest on it.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think all they did was like clean up the shaders and stuff. I don't think they did that much. I don't think they like
I mean, it wasn't like a remaster, but they definitely like updated a lot.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a different, like even the movements and stuff felt cleaned up. Like it wasn't like they just straight cleaner. Up like just like like it was a little bit different. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't think it was a complete remake or anything, but
not like.
But they did that. They essentially did the same thing for.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that looks so good, dude.
That's like.
It made me want to immediately play Sekiro because I haven't.
You need to. Do you have mine yet? I need to give it to you.
No.
That game is a pain in the ass. I love that game. It's so hard though.
Yeah.
But
I mean that's the Souls legacy.
Yeah, but it's just like you have to unlearn Souls. Souls trains you a certain way. Your body becomes like ready. You're like, oh, enemy, block. This game is like, don't block or you're gonna get fucked up. It's just like it
I feel like Bloodborne
things.
was kind of like that. You didn't block in Bloodborne.
No, it's not. You could still shoot and parry essentially. It's not the same. It's very different. Also, the way your stamina regenerates. So, like in Dark Souls, you put down your shield, right, to regenerate stamina. To
regenerate faster, at least.
Faster. In Sekiro, you'd regen with it up. So it's like
interesting.
It's completely opposite. It's a bad thing to put your sword down. Things like that. Like it's really weird. You're gonna have to figure it out. It is way more like aggro, like you run in. But anyways, Demon Souls is like the sole
that looks like just
reason
the classic
that I want the release date PS5 because I thrive on those like the Soul community coming together when a game is first released. Like that is my favorite thing. Like I played Dark Souls 3 for like 2 months straight when it came out. And it just, the sheer PvP, the amount of people on, the amount of messages, the amount of help and different, like, especially when they have like, they added the new, what are they called? Where you can like, you're essentially a PvP or a friend. I forget what they're fucking called. But anyways, clan? It's not a clan. What is it?
I don't remember.
Oh, well.
I don't remember.
Alas, I can't.
It's been long enough
for a channel that's all about podcast right now. I can't use words correctly. However, super fun, super fun.
I feel that.
I need that. I don't want to come in on Demon Souls a year late. I don't want to do that. So
yeah, that's fair. I definitely don't want to wait that long. But again, it's just
we shall see.
That's a big price for the immediate future.
I know. That's like I'm paying $750 for Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Am I lagging?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
No.
Let me end the call and come back.
Okay. How's that? We're back again.
Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because nothing will run smoothly forever.
We'll get there, man.
We should know that by now. Yeah, I guess.
I'm working on it.
Hopefully.
I kind of really want to develop, like, now that we're doing this more often and now that we're going to be looking at streaming and et cetera, I'm looking into maybe repositioning my desk and like building kind of like a little set. Or doing something like that. I love that idea. It's just that I don't really have the space for it. Like y'all can see, I lack a fourth wall in this room. So it's not like I can close the door and have that extra corner of space. Because like ideally that's what I would do is like have a door like on, in the corner of the room and then the desk next to the door. But it's not how it's looking in here. So we'll see. I mean, I might be moving in the next 3 or 4 months. New opportunities with new spaces. We shall see.
I would love to have my camera to be able to like use my camera as instead of just the webcam.
Does your camera have an HDMI port?
I don't mind.
Does your camera have an HDMI port?
I don't believe so.
For like a display adapter or something, maybe?
I need to look into it, but
I say yours might be able to do that if you use a capture card. So you could use the Elgato, perhaps, things like that. But that's That's tactical information that I will gather for you, my friend.
Yeah, I also don't know if that would be more taxing on the computer or if the fact that the camera is actually in the computer is fucking with the processing. But
I don't think it should. But I don't know. I'm moving away from Mac as much as I want to remain a Mac user.
Yeah.
Like a girl at work's been asking me to help her build like a MacBook because she doesn't know anything about computers. And like I'm just going through it on their website and building like what would be a solid Mac. And it's like $2,500. And she's like actually considering it. And I'm like, listen, man, I love my MacBook, but I would never buy one again.
Yeah, but like, God damn it.
Oh my God.
Unless I had the buku bucks.
Even then. Unless I was like a millionaire.
I would rather have a Mac for like a laptop.
No.
For like a portable thing.
No. I've been looking that's exactly what she's looking for. And she was like, well, I like the aesthetic of the MacBook. And I'm like, man, I'm telling you right now, like I found there's one called like the Asus VivoBook or something. And it's like designed to look like a MacBook essentially, but it's a gaming laptop. And like even just the processor alone on like the base model that's $500 was like infinitely better than the best processor you could put on the MacBook. And I was like, oh my God, why? Yeah. But anyways, that's a rant for another time.
That's a different rant.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, no, I definitely want to move in that direction eventually. Obviously, I say that like I am not using Mac currently, but but I want a PC. I really want to build one, especially for the things that I'm trying to do. I think that would be the most beneficial.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not my favorite interface compared to that of iOS. iOS is a beautiful interface that I miss every time I hit the start button on my PC. I'm like, ugh. However, performance wise, very, very happy with my my swap.
If it's more reliable and for like a fraction of the price, then that I'm sold.
Oh yeah, like
I as much as I enjoy the aesthetic, I don't need the aesthetic. I'll just stick to iPhone and.
I mean, dude, if I ever buy another MacBook, I'm just gonna buy an older one and then like maybe upgrade it a little bit. Like ours, I think the 2012 versions, you can actually put in a new SSD. You might could upgrade the actual processor if you wanted for a couple $100. Yeah, I'd rather spend like $400 or $500 upgrading this little fella than spending $2,500. Yeah, and because I'm not going to use it for like gaming. I'm just going to use it for maybe a little bit of photo editing. Maybe some writing. Maybe just some overall. Just something convenient to carry around that I can rely on. Yeah. So that'd be really nice.
Sure. But ideal.
Well. You look dashing this evening. Oh, also speaking of looks, his girlfriend does all the artwork for our current podcast thumbnails, which is dope. She's amazing. Go give her a follow on Instagram. I think it's 9 Lives Atlanta. I think 9 Lives ATL.
Yeah, well that's her actual
that's her art account, right?
Like, yeah, well, I think she's actually starting like another one because she's gotten really into doing like those like oldies like pinup style kind of things. Like she just posted she did one of Finn and Jake like in like the Steamboat Willie style, and she posted it in like an Adventure Time group, and she's at like 800 likes, like 70 something shares.
That's so cool.
And all this shit. Yeah, and we're just like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
She's killing it.
But yeah, no, she's been doing shit like that too, and she's really enjoyed that. So so she's starting, I think she's doing like another Instagram page. She's keeping her personal one like personal.
Yeah.
And then she has 9 Lives, which is like, it's a very consistent style, very black and white, and kind of like an interesting like anatomy type shit. Really cool. Really want to get like a shirt with her art on it. Follow, 9 Lives Design.
Follow 9 Lives Design or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We'll link it in the YouTube description below.
Yeah.
And you guys can check out her page and give her some support if you'd like. But moral of the story, she yelled at me last week for wearing a plaid shirt. Oh. I assumed she would just draw like a base colored shirt, but she went all out and drew the plaid, looked great. I got a very angry text message. So today I wore a collared shirt with little, very specifically colored feathers on it to see how mad she gets at me. And a matching hat.
We'll see if those actually show up.
Yeah, right. Just a bunch of little penises.
just great.
Just a bunch of little.
I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her to do that now.
I mean, honestly, As long as you don't get canceled, I'm fine with that. A bunch of little.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would wear a
that
shirt with a bunch
might
of little penises on it. See who notices.
Yeah.
Like so small that you have to be like 6 inches away to see.
Yeah.
If, you know what I mean?
6 inches.
That's all you need, bro. God damn.
Cool. Well, on that note,
After talking about a bunch of little discolored penises.
after talking about small penises, very, very small penises.
Oh, man.
It seemed appropriate.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate you for being here. Whatever you want to see on the channel coming up, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Tell us.
We'll get back to video games eventually.
Soon. I'm trying,
hopefully
man.
This'll
Twitch is a scary
satisfy
place.
everyone.
Scary place.
Satisfy everyone in the meantime.
Yeah.
Is us just talking instead.
Dude, honestly, the last few videos have gotten more views than like the channel had in the last few months. So like they're doing great. You guys have been really
thank
supportive.
You, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you for sticking with us, even though we've been so weird lately.
Yeah, we're back, kind of.
Yeah,
sort of. We're here.
Kind of. We're trying. We're working.
We will be back.
We will be back. We're getting better.
Yeah, this is the baby step towards the moderated toddler step that we will. Then the janky step. Other steps come. I can't. We don't know how to end these things, bro. Y'all have a wonderful day. You have a wonderful night.
Comment what which PS5 game you're most excited for.
If it's not Demon Souls, don't comment.
and if it's not Demon Souls, you're wrong.
You're wrong, and we'd rather you unsubscribed from us and never, ever affiliated yourself with us again. I'm just kidding.
That's not true at all.
I'm just kidding. We love you so much. All right. Bye.